What's up? It's Kelly and I am the captain of Even Keel Ops. And in this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about some things that you can do when you're not feeling motivated to work in your business, but you really need to be working in your business. All right, so let's talk about those things that I mentioned that you can do to get your motivation back when you've lost your motivation for working on or in your business. And I use these little tips and tricks quite often. I am a natural born procrastinator. Procrastinating is what I do. Unless I force or find a way to get my mindset right so that I'm excited about what I'm working on. So the first thing I do when I'm feeling unmotivated is I get away from my desk. If I'm sitting in front of my desk and I feel like I'm forcing myself to do the work, there is going to be nothing good coming out of that. There's nothing good is going to come out of forced work. It'll feel forced. It'll look forced. Everybody will know that it's forced. So the first thing I do is I get up and I leave my desk. I take a short walk. Maybe it's to the living room. Maybe I walk my dogs around the neighborhood. Maybe I walk to the mall and do some retail therapy. But whatever it is, I get away from the desk. I stop thinking about that thing that I need to be doing. And I try to reset my mindset into a place where I am happy, I am relaxed, and the next time I sit down, hopefully I can get into that flow that I love so much when it comes to working on my business. So the second thing I do when I'm feeling a little unmotivated, but I have something I need to work on, is I create an action plan with detailed task lists of all of the things I need to do. And I do this on a notebook, not in the computer. And then the notebook sits on my desk and it stares at me accusingly. You're not doing the work. You're not getting these things done. So eventually I feel like I should really get something done. And then I start checking things off my to-do list. And I'm like, yeah, look at me go. I'm in a flow. I'm excited. Yes, checking it off, getting it done. Look, my motivation's back. All because I created a simple to-do list and set it on my desk where it would stare at me accusingly until I started working on it. Next, work on a fun task. So we all have things in our business that we do not like doing, right? But we also have things that we love to do, things that are so much fun that really light our souls on fire. So if you're facing a task that you don't really like to do, switch it up, move to a task you love, and then when you're done with the task you love, flow right into that task you do not like without any break, without any hesitation. You're in the flow now. You've been working on what you love. You're in a groove. You're doing good. Flow into the task that you don't like so much, and that flow should continue, and you should still feel like you're in the groove. It may feel a little bit forced, but that's what happens sometimes when we run a business and we have to do things that we don't want to do. Now, again, I don't want it to feel super forced, and I don't want your product or your end result, whatever you're creating, to show that your work was forced. But there are going to come some times when you've just really got to sit down and buckle down and do the work. Okay. The next thing I want you to do, if you're still feeling unmotivated, is look at your why. Why did you start your business to begin with? What did you hope to accomplish? What goals and dreams did you have when you started this business? Think about those things, and hopefully they will help you get your motivation and your mindset on the right track to get back to work so you can achieve that why. So I have one more thing, and it's my favorite of all of the tips and the tricks that I have for getting my motivation back when I don't feel like working on my business. And that is to daydream. I know it sounds a little counterproductive, but what I daydream about is what my life, my business, and the world will look like when I hit that why, when I've reached, all of the goals and all of the dreams for my business. What is it going to look like if I do this little bit of work now that moves me a little bit closer to the goal? What does it look like? Do I have an oceanfront house with an office and a view of the ocean? Maybe I do if I'm working on my big goals and I need some motivation. Whatever your desires and dreams are for your business and what you hope to accomplish for your life as you build your business, really think about those things, really dream about them, and I promise you, you're going to get your motivation back, because the only way to get those big things that you dream about is by doing the work. All right, so those are some simple tips and tricks I have for getting your motivation back when you don't feel like working on your business. I would love to hear from you in the comments. about some things you do to get your motivation back when you don't feel like working in and on your business, but you know you really need to. All right, until next time, fair winds and following seas.